आणि सर्व पॅनलिस्टचं स्वागत करण्यासाठी मी बाविस्कर सर आणि मानेजी यांना आमंत्रित करते. श्रीमंत मानेजी, संपादक लोकमत आणि ग्रुप एडिटर लोकमत बाविस्करजी, त्यांनी आमच्या पॅनलिस्टचं स्वागत या ठिकाणी करावं. ईशा कोपीकर, द ब्युटी विथ ब्रेन, ईशा कोपीकर. अपूर्वा पालकर मैम, द फायर ब्रांड ऑफिसर. की जानी, who has redefined beauty for all of us all across the world. तो ये जो हमारी इस सत्र की थीम है, पंछी बनूं, और इस बार के लोकमत वुमेन्स समिट का जो घोष वाक्य है, उड़ान की बात है, उसमें उड़ने की आशा. उड़ती पतंग भी है, लेकिन पतंग की डोर किसी और के हाथ में होती है. और उड़ता पंछी भी है, लेकिन उसकी उड़ान उन्मुक्त होती है. तो आज महिलाओं में कितनी महिलाएं हैं जो पतंग की तरह खुद को महसूस करती हैं कि वो उड़ तो सकती हैं, लेकिन कोई है उनकी डोर थामने वाला. और कितनी महिलाएं ऐसी हैं जो पंछी बनूं इस बात को सार्थक कर सकती हैं अपने जीवन में. ये जानने की कोशिश हम अपने पैनलिस्ट से करेंगे. तो अपूर्वा मॅम यहाँ पर आहे. अपूर्वा मॅम, तुम्ही स्टार्टअप तज्ञ आहात, तर तिथे सुद्धा म्हणजे आता कुणाला स्टार्टअप सुरू करायचं आहे तर दोन गोष्टी, तर एक तर फंडिंग आणि दुसरा मग लोकांचा विश्वास. तर एक बाई जर स्टार्टअप सुरू करायला जाते तर तुम्हाला वाटतं का की तिला शी हॅज टू वर्क डबल एज हार्ड टू प्रूव्ह हर सेल्फ अँड टू गेन द कॉन्फिडन्स ऑफ पीपल अँड फंडिंग अँड ऑल दॅट? याबद्दल
तुम्ही एकदम अप्रोप्रिएट टॉपिक घेतला आहे. अँड आय थिंक महिलांसाठी हा विषय अगदी खूप कळकळीचा आहे. अँड माय एक्सपिरियन्स विथ मोस्ट ऑफ द विमेन दॅट आय हॅव कम अक्रॉस इन द पास्ट, विमेन मीन्स लाईव्हलीहुड ऑन्टरप्रिनरशिप. लोणचं, पापड, चटण्या हे करणं म्हणजे उद्योग इक्वल टू विमेन. हे एक समाजात एक झालेलं काहीतरी धोरण आहे. अँड दॅट इज something that we're trying to break from the startup ecosystem. This is what we are trying to do day in and day out. I work in the city of Pune. I work for the University of Pune. पुण्यामध्ये आम्ही मागच्या वर्षी we did a small study on the kind of it, because you spoke of the aspect of investment. So the investment that came in the city of Pune was $567 million. And there were close to 52 deals झाल्या पुणे सिटीमध्ये. आणि 2014 मध्ये फक्त 2 डील्स झाल्या. कोविडच्या पार्श्वभूमीवरती एवढा पैसा पुण्यात आलेला, पण त्याच्यामध्ये किती महिलांना तो पैसा मिळालाय? तर देर वर ओनली अबाउट 2 co-founders who had some few millions of dollars. So that's the state of affairs as far as the startup ecosystem is concerned. In fact, even incubators, there are close to 1,000 incubators in India currently. आणि आता मध्ये कोणीतरी incubator award for women they had to give. They approached me because there are hardly any women leaders who are leading the incubation center. Of course, this is a very new concept in which we are working. But ते जरी असलं तरी त्याच्यात सुद्धा ती संख्या इतकी सीमित आहे आणि इतकी कमी आहे. I'm really happy this change and the transformation we are trying to bring through this whole, mindset change, which is very important. I have a very brilliant startup, a women's startup. She is Dr. Ankita Diwan. She did a PhD from Pune University and then got into, म्हणजे तिने agriculture sector choose केला for her startup. And where she got, and she has become kind of an icon. So we are trying to create icons in the city, which will become the role models for people to look at. And probably over the next few years, we'll have few unicorns coming from there. Just 4-5 दिवसांपूर्वी we had Lizzie Chapman. She is a UK citizen आणि त्यांचा startup Bangalore मध्ये आहे. She has done a startup in Bangalore. And we got talking in lunch. She asked me a very specific question. तिने मला म्हटलं की you're an Indian. Of course, I've come from UK. I started this company and she's in microfinancing, one of the very successful fintech companies. आणि एक जो एरिया which she observed and she said that when I go to an investor as a woman, what is it that is being asked to me? She said, the question that's been asked to me is, who is your husband and what is he doing? So that's the state of affairs for even successful women today.
See.
I am not a feminist. I am not here to talk about the aspect of women empowerment, but at the end of the day, we need to look at numbers. म्हणजे आज हायर एज्युकेशन क्षेत्रात मी आहे. आज छोटस एक स्टॅटिस्टिक्स परत अजून एक मांडते तुमच्या समोर. फक्त 10% महिला are the vice chancellors of the universities. The numbers are minuscule. Even if you look at the mid-level, you leave alone Manisha ma'ams of the world or anyone of us sitting here. Yeah. So, and she spoke a very right aspect, which is breaking the ceiling. So we are not even creating the middle level, and we are talking of leadership. And unless we create those ladders, how will we have leadership? It's all great to say that 49% of the women in India exist and the country cannot grow unless you grow them. But what are we doing about it?
पूछा तो बहुत कुछ जा सकता है, जानना भी बहुत कुछ है, लेकिन फिर वही है कि वक्त सबको हुक्म खुदा होता है, वरना कौन दिल से जुदा होता है. तो समय का ख्याल जरूर हमें रखना है. एक बार मैं अपूर्वा मैम से जरूर, क्योंकि वो 2 फील्ड से जुड़ी हुई हैं, एजुकेशन भी है और बिजनेस एंड ये, तो उनसे जरूर मैं चाहूंगी कि इस सेशन के लिए कंक्लूडिंग रिमार्क के तौर पर वो कुछ इंस्पिरेशनल वर्ड्स या इंस्पिरेशनल इंसिडेंट शेयर करें यहाँ जो भी महिलाएं हैं उनसे, ताकि वो अपनी उड़ान ले सकें, वो कह सकें कि आज उनका पंछी बनू मोमेंट है.
आई थिंक 2 पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंसेस जो मेरे सबके साथ शेयर करना चाहूंगी. पहला तो मेरे घर में being a woman was always celebrated because I lived in a family with 4 girls, my mother and father being the minority. So that is the first part. This is how I grew up. This is not something that everyone gets, So this is one. Second important thing, when you grow up in an atmosphere like this, and especially again, I came from a family where father was a government servant and officer, and suddenly when I lost him at the age of 17 is where I moved out of my comfort zone. So very important for women to understand कि comfort zone में से निकलना बहुत जरूरी है. हम हमेशा comfort zone में रहने की कोशिश करते हैं, हम उसमें से निकलना ही नहीं चाहते. And there are very few times, and you get out of the comfort zone when you think कि हाँ भाई अब सब कुछ हो गया है, थोड़े से बच्चे भी बड़े हो गए हैं, अब कुछ करना चाहिए, तो let me see, search, can I get it? And some people are fortunate to get an opportunity there.
Yeah.
But most don't get that opportunity. And this is where I want to share with everyone sitting in this room that I had the opportunity of becoming the director of I had a very a career path which was fast for my age. Though I also took a maternity break of 3 years, and I also restarted my career at the age of 27. And at the age of 27, when I started teaching as my career, which was not my first choice, the second choice, which was taken up. And I grew up to become the director of an institute of a business school at the age of 35. And this is where I realized कि जो problems मुझे आए थे, and how do I kind of get people out of their comfort zones is where I built up a team by bringing people who were at home.
Yes.
Who are these people? There was a friend of mine who was a chartered accountant. She was MS Baroda University, BCom topper, MCom topper. Having a kid of about 2 years old, she said, Apoorva ma'am, how can I come and join? मी कसं येऊ, छोटा आहे, मी येऊ शकत नाही. म्हटलं तू किती दिवस किंवा किती तास येऊ शकते? 3 तास. तो 3 तास ये will give you full salary. You come for 3 hours, but the 3 hours that she would come, and similarly I got multiple people like this, and most of them were women.
Right.
And I realized the kind of outcome that I got from this women who came and worked for 3 hours, because there was a feeling that there's somebody at home who needs me, but I've left that person at home and I've come here to contribute something. So consciously, the outcome of these women was much more higher than any other male counterpart.